So you're in your 30s, working hard, trying to save up for a house, but it's just not happening, right? The stress is real.
Yeah, exactly. The salary barely covers the basics, and saving for a home feels impossible. But I've been hearing some advice that maybe we shouldn't be obsessed with owning a home at all.
Hmm, that's an interesting point. You mean maybe renting is actually a better option, especially when you're younger?
Exactly. It's not just about owning property. The pressure to own a house, especially in your 30s, might actually be holding you back. Why get tied down with the stress of a mortgage when you could be focused on other things?
That's a good perspective. I've been hearing that when you rent, you're actually saving a lot more money compared to owning. You only pay a fraction of the cost. One third, maybe?
Yep, exactly. And while it might seem like owning would save you money in the long run, the reality is you spend more once you have your own house. You've got property taxes, maintenance costs, loans, all of that.
And then there's the mental energy. You spend all your time obsessing over saving and managing the house, right?
Right. It takes away from focusing on personal growth or career development. If you're so obsessed with owning a house, you'll end up making poor decisions elsewhere, even in your job. You might start working less efficiently because the stress of your finances is draining your energy.
That's really true. But if you don't buy a house now, won't it be too late later on? People always talk about the real estate prices rising.
People do worry about that, but the point here is that obsessing over buying a house too soon might actually prevent you from achieving other goals. If you can't focus on your work and you're consumed by property concerns, you won't be performing at your best. And that's where the real problem lies.
So what should we focus on then?
Instead of rushing to buy a house in your 30s, focus on what's in front of you. Do your job well, build your credibility, and after a few years, you'll have the resources to buy any house you want.
That sounds more like a long-term plan. What if someone is really struggling with rental prices increasing all the time?
Rental increases are definitely a challenge. But here's the thing, the more you let that obsession with buying a house cloud your thinking, the more you make poor choices. The real focus should be on your career and how you manage your time.
That's solid advice. So you're saying we should shift the mindset, not just focus on the house, but on growing professionally?
Exactly. Think about it like this. When you start focusing on the things you can control, your environment will improve. You're not stuck. In fact, if you live right, in 3 years your situation will be drastically different. You might not even need to worry about buying a house anymore.
But what if we're in our 30s and we've been stuck in a cycle of thinking about buying property?
That's the trap. You've got to snap out of it. If you keep thinking that buying a house is the only way to succeed, you'll miss out on opportunities for growth. You have to focus on what you're doing now, because that will create the foundation for later.
So you're suggesting a 3-year focus?
Yes, keep your plans short-term. Have a 3-year plan, focus on that, and then reevaluate. If you plan too far ahead, like for the next 10 or 15 years, you'll be limiting your own growth. In 3 years, you'll have a much clearer idea of where you stand.
I love the idea of focusing on smaller, manageable goals. Makes everything feel less overwhelming.
That's the point. You'll be way more successful if you focus on small, immediate tasks. And when your mindset shifts from, I need a house now, to, I'm going to master my environment, you'll start seeing opportunities you never thought possible.
So you're not saying that young people shouldn't have a house, just that they shouldn't obsess over it?
Exactly. Don't let it control your life. When you focus on your work and build your skills, owning a house will come naturally later.
And if we can manage our time effectively, even in a job that's not perfect right now, that will set us up for success, right?
Exactly. 70% of your time is work, but 30% is for self-improvement. Use that wisely. Study, learn, and keep building your skills. In 3 years, you'll be amazed at how far you've come.
So the key is time management and not letting external pressures like housing market stress distract you from your bigger goals.
100%. Let go of that obsession with the house. Work on your skills, focus on your tasks, and eventually everything will fall into place, including the house.
Great stuff. Definitely something to think about. We're all so caught up in what we should be doing.
Exactly. It's all about changing that mindset. Focus on the present, manage your time, and things will work out.